Hello and welcome back again. We're here for game number 3 of Fnatic facing off against Warriors Game.Unity. Lyrical joined as well by Lumi and Draskyl. There's a little bit of issues with the overlays right now, trying to get them connected back up to the servers, but the score is 1-1 apiece. How are you guys feeling about this game that we're in right now, though? Warriors Gaming versus Fnatic.
I mean, I think it was pretty apparent, we all kind of agreed during the draft that if Warriors Gaming managed to take it past like 35, 40 minutes, it was going to get a little bit difficult for Fnatic to actually win. And regardless of how many picks they got, they just never really had that one true opening to win the game. And getting the melee racks bottom seemed to kind of prolong Fnatic's stay in game number 2, but it wasn't enough to really, get them into a spot where they could actually end it. And we'll see if they second phase ban the Naga Siren or take it themselves this time around.
So after having seen Fnatic lose a lot of the games, I think one of the bigger ways they lose is where they have to react to their opponent's draft. Remember yesterday's game where they were pressured by, I believe, Mineski's Alchemist, and they couldn't, run that very aggression early game that they needed to. Same thing last game, like they were just pressed by Naga. I feel like Fnatic is at their best when they were kind of doing their own strategy instead of reacting to the opponent's strategy. Like there was such a day and night between game 1 where they're just pugna blasting everybody to day 2 where they're like relying on Mushi getting catches.
I would agree.
So I hope Fnatic get a draft where they're the one that's dictating the pace of the game, and should it go late game, that they have better scaling heroes.
So one thing to note here, Warriors Game.Unity do have first pick, and because of that, Fnatic ban out the hero that's won both of the games he's been in at the Coddle. This does free up the Warriors Game.Unity, perhaps what is their strongest hero so far that's been first phase banned against them pretty consistently, the Elder Titan. And I do believe it's Afu that plays it, but they were 10-0 going into these qualifiers throughout all of the competitions that they played with ET. So a really strong hero, and maybe one that can set the tempo a little bit. I mean, this is a guy that you can pair with a lot of different stuff, and already, we'll have to see how Fnatic deal with that as well.
Does the 10-0 count the open qualifier matches that they went through?
It might just as well.
So I'm not sure if that stat boosting of 10-0 is
It's true.
that reliable when you're using it against open qualifiers. But yeah, they're comfortable with the hero, to say the least.
Yeah. And I think that also the big thing about it is it opens up other options that fit within their play style that they like to take. So they could go back if they want to for a Mirana, which is one thing that we've seen occasionally. Also Faceless Void, also really strong, although I'm not sure if I've seen them play that one as often. But ET just feels like it's still a very strong hero in spite of those nerfs that happened to his Echo Stomp.
Yeah, I mean, he gets banned all the time. Like second phase ban, first phase ban, if you're like NA/EU, it's more commonly seen in that. But I think it's kind of a pick and a counter pick in a way, taking it away from Fnatic, because I'm pretty sure, Elder Titan plus ET is still a pretty devastating support combo. You have insane lane presence. ET is not really scared to trade with most offlaners in the game right now. Gives you a lot of scaling as well with the natural order. It also makes it so that the enemy team has less of an incentive to pick like this Agi-based carry.
Right.
Fnatic just going for more of the same pretty much.
So one thing WG need to make sure that does not happen is Axe gets a free lane. So no more fling without, two supports backing up, because we remember what happened game number 1. 12-minute blink by Ohio, ran over everybody. And, I mean, Juggernaut's an okay lane against Axe, but you definitely need some backups.
Yeah, he can go down if you get a couple of levels there on Axe, but those early levels, finding the kill would be the way to do it. And I wouldn't be surprised even if Fnatic opt to bring the Ogre down there to help Axe through those first couple lanes and even get aggro with it. Warlock on his own should be able to zone most offlaners, I would imagine, as long as they don't pick something like that Morphlane, which they obviously wouldn't take into ET anyways, but a weak laning hero to go with him.
Yeah, Ogre Axe is terrifying. No matter what support you are, that lane's going to be a disaster. I would say that, Witch Doctor is probably one of the better ones just because, they're both melee. So when they're running at you, you can throw a defensive cask and it's going to have a lot more potential to save. And not only that, but I think that in these types of games, when you're against those tanky laners, you actually scale Maldict instead of going for the Voodoo Restoration, just so you have enough damage to be able to cut through the high base health of those two. So maybe in anticipation of Fnatic going some aggro lane, I think it's a really good answer to something like that.
How do you guys feel about Witch Doctor as a support overall? I feel like he doesn't really excel in too much of anything, right?
He's really good when the enemy team tries to run at you.
Okay.
because of the nature of cask. So if you get into those like scuffles in the woods in the beginning of the game when you're trying to get a pull off or something, and you get a good bounce with level 2 cask, you can just completely shut down any chance they have of getting a kill and maybe even get a return when you have something
Well,
like Jug.
They are gonna get ran at. Fnatic will take up the Ursa. Raven most likely will play this.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? It also is a dual purpose here. They can run it mid against the Jug too if Juggernaut goes mid. So
Sure.
I think this kind of sticks Warriors Gaming into. I mean, it frees up Fnatic a little bit more since they have the last pick. So if Warriors Gaming take a carry here, all of a sudden they're in a weird position because Fnatic can last pick a safe laner who deals well with whatever they put in the off lane. Like, I think that having last pick here for Fnatic is actually great, and Ursa really helps to shut that down. I don't know exactly what else you take now for Warriors Gaming. Like, is there any? Could they roam another hero into mid to help out the Jug, or is it that bad of a matchup even?
I mean, you can
It's
just
a really bad matchup for Jug. I think they've put the Jug safe lane.
you put the Jug
Okay.
safe lane. You just pick
Yeah.
a range core mid and hope for the best.
Maybe they go Storm again?
There's not a lot of lockdown.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I say Storm is because I feel like, OD and TA are already banned, which means that you can put the Storm mid with relative ease and that he's going to probably do all right, at least in his lane.
Okay.
And I think that Fnatic want to take Pugna again. So,
I mean, the big difference between a Storm this game and a Storm last game was that even if Nana goes in, gets, let's say, Fire Blast, he still has the chance to make that secondary third jump. This game, you get stunned for half a second, you could just be dead because if there's an Ursa.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
the mistakes are much more punishing, which,
they could also just pick their offlane now and wait last pick. But
Yeah.
Fnatic may just take the path of taking out Storm because they're the ones who have the last pick.
Okay.
That's a hero we haven't seen much of lately.
Yeah.
Very good, though. Very, very good against these cores. BKB disable. You can kite with Boar even after the roar is over. It's good vision, good push potential. Good synergy with the rest of the lineup as well.
I feel like if Warriors Gaming go for like an Invoker or something mid, that might really round out their lineup well. Because like then Ursa's left with this weird decision: do you have to go like BKB and Aghanims to deal with Beastmaster, and then all the stuff that's thrown in that way? And also like it's another hero that scales incredibly well.
Yeah, Invoker is not bad. The only thing about Invoker is you really do want static lanes, I think. Or in some cases, you might even want the Invoker for the Sunstrike to be able to actually get kills if Fnatic were to run that dual aggro lane. Yeah, they're going to take out the Invoker. They're not going to take out the Storm.
Yeah, I'm more looking at like cold snaps and ice walls, tornadoes being.
Ice Wall destroys
Ursa,
Ursa and
yeah.
Axe. Yeah.
So.
And Sunstrike Beastmaster is like the combo of old.
Yeah, that's been a thing for like 3 years, 4 years, probably.
Oh.
Maybe even longer than that, honestly.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you think that Storm does enough for them? Like, you can probably... You're not going to be able to kill a ton of these supports. Like, Ogre probably isn't going to die in the early levels.
Well, I mean, it was Ogre and Warlock last game as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nana had no trouble killing people. It's more so...
There's a Pugnabat.
It's more so that I feel like Storm this game has to commit a bigger pool, a mana pool to go for the kills, and he doesn't have Chakra Magic to fill him back up.
He also has a much more fight-oriented team, though, at the same time. Whereas last game they had like Coddle Naga, and they were more focused around the split push game and not necessarily caring about taking these direct engagements. But
Ooh.
all right, they're gonna go the
Yeah,
the
I
route
think
of
that's much
Tinker.
better. Like,
TP in onto the Beastmaster stuff, too.
yeah.
That's a really old combo as well, a strong one.
No, TP onto the Elder Titan Natural Order.
Yeah, you can do
or
that too.
Spirit, yeah. Oh, that's so annoying for Fnatic to deal against. Hawk, Spirit Scouting, Rocket,
Dude, you
Rocket,
get like
Rocket.
a 4-man stomp. He has Ether Ags.
Mm.
He TPs on with the Earth Splitter and gets like a quad rocket and laser bounce with an Earth Splitter. You just instantly die.
Well, and also now, like, this does severely hamper Ursa's ability to take Roshan just in general. Like, you've got Hawk to scout it, like you're talking about, and, like, even early levels, I think ET is enough to stop him. Like, you can go in and not have to commit anything to stop Roche.
Maybe not the first Roche, because Ursa
Right.
could tech it pretty early. Maybe Beastmaster or Tinker doesn't have their items or damage up just yet, but definitely the later Roches, Ursa's going to have a tough time.
I don't think that Ursa actually goes for Roche until like 7 or 8 nowadays, though.
Okay.
The counter Storm pick.
Mushi Storm.
Wow.
I haven't seen Mushi play much Storm.
This is a pretty good game. That is a pretty great game for it.
I'm
Just
just
roar.
speaking more to the idea that I know that Mushi typically plays aggressive heroes, except for his Pugna, which he even still plays aggressive. But it's one hero that I haven't seen him play a ton of, so I'm not sure about his comfort factor on it yet.
In terms of the lanes, Tinker is gonna Shrek the Storm, right?
Yeah, Tinker destroys Storm in lane. Not even close.
I
Do you
guess
stick the Ogre there instead then? And help
Well,
out
you could
mid?
have somebody rotate. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not necessarily about like switching where the Storm is, although you could potentially aggro if you're Fnatic and go against the Jug, and then have 1v1s with the Storm and the Axe. Because against Beastmaster, Axe does pretty well. And even though the Tinker would potentially beat the Storm in lane, you're trading potentially 2 lane wins for a 1. And I think that's fine. But we'll see what
Oh
happens.
my god, they're TPing.
This is not a thing, right?
this
Are
is
they
level one
actually
Roche.
doing it?
Oh
Oh my
my.
god.
Blightstone?
Yeah,
What?
Blightstone. Blightstone.
Yeah.
Are they
We're
really?
in,
Yeah,
boys.
they got
Yo.
Blightstone, they got Poor Man's Shield.
Yo.
What is Mushi doing
A taste
then?
of their own medicine.
I mean, what is
He's
the start
scouting.
of it? Yeah, scouting.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
he,
okay,
I mean, he
well.
doesn't do much for the level 1
Yeah.
Roche.
Did they get
Oh,
Bloodless?
Fnatic, they're walking over there.
I mean, I don't think they would check into the pit.
They think that they're just walking in
Yeah,
this direction.
Axe is just coming out. This is a 4-man Roshan with the Ursa. You
This
could
is
do
a
that.
2-person Roche stake.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Raven and Ogre. Oh, they're walking in though.
They could be.
Nana,
Oh
he's
my
gonna scout
God.
it. He's gonna
They could
find
just
him.
laser,
Raven,
laser.
what are you gonna do now,
Okay.
buddy?
All right. He's actually back to 4 HP. The boar is being summoned
But
right
now
now.
he
He
has the
can't let
miss.
the stacks fall. He can't let the stacks fall or it's not going to die.
Oh god, the
yeah.
spins. Ajit's
Oh,
there
God.
on top of him. Fnatic,
Oh,
what have you
no.
done? Roshi's
Oh.
dead.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
So for those of you guys that are missing game number 1, this Warrior Gaming Unity tried to do level 1 Roche as well. They all TP to bottom. They bought Blightstone on their Sand King. And they bring a Bassi on their Morph. They got scouted. Nobody died. But this is super disastrous here for Fnatic.
This is way worse,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
My heart can't take this kind of stuff.
Oh, Fnatic. This is your this is an
Okay,
elimination match.
Let's be fair. Blightstone and Ogre is
That's a
better.
Jimmy play.
It's better than Blightstone and Sand King. Because
Yeah, you're right about that. No
Bloodlust
question.
or Ignite could just right click some people.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
the more painful part about it is, a bunch of those heroes used all their regen, whereas when Warriors Gaming did it, they just kind of got forced out of the pit. They didn't
Yeah.
expend any regen, they didn't expend any time, they didn't lose heroes. This time, Fnatic, they get first blooded, they lose an additional hero, they spend like, what, 300 plus on regen that they used already?
yeah.
That was extremely painful.
And
Interesting to note, though, it is going to be the Juggernaut mid.
Okay.
I like this laning setup for the ET at least in the sending him to the offlane because he'll be able to hold the tower too, and that leaves the Beastmaster free to jungle. But how does Jug deal with the Storm Spirit in the mid lane?
It's not too bad. I think what actually Warriors Gaming was worried about is the fact that the Ogre could potentially rotate. And on a Tinker, if the Ogre rotates on you and gets like a decent rune, you could actually die. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I actually think that Jug, if he plays it well, could even kill the Storm, right? Like Storm
Yeah,
fairly
maybe.
slow early, you get a spin onto him.
Depends. I think the Storm has to be pretty careless to die, but
Yeah.
the Jug will at least trade farm.
Well, starting off really strong for Warriors Gaming Unity, and man, oh man, I am struggling to see what they do at this point. Like, I mean, Blightstone on Ogre, he's still got a lot of regen. He's going to be able to run at X Nova sort of, but it does feel like, with the boots first on Witch Doctor, he's able to zone out even AU fairly well.
It's more so that he's forced to get Bloodlust at level 1 instead of Ignite, which is generally
Right.
the big harassing tool. I mean, Ignite plus Blightstone is legit, but Ignite plus Bloodlust. Sorry, Bloodstone plus... Sorry, what am I saying? Blightstone plus Bloodlust, not as good.
Yeah.
You mean Blightless.
Blightless is not good.
Yeah, that's the only combination of words I think you actually didn't say in that
Okay.
whole little segment.
And I just said it. Thank you, Andy.
I was helping you out, dude.
Oh man. Well, mid lane, Ajit still dealing with Mushi the best of his ability. He's going to spin on top of him, but just clears out the wave as well. And they're trying to go for a wraparound here. Demon looking for a courier snipe, but he's not really going to be able to find it. Maybe he's just going to go mess with the Beastmaster.
Yeah, Ajit is actually very close to bottle money, though. So, depending on how much time is on the smoke. Oh, it's an Invis rune, actually. So he has a while. There's actually a chance that he kills it.
Although some Jugs chooses to not go bottle mid, but it looks like that's not the case. It's going to come out. Jimmy, is it time for to get lucky? His Invis rune's about to run out.
I think it's
Oh.
going to be real close. He has to
It
have
runs
really
out now. Let's see how quick the micro is. There is no
It's-
micro.
Oh, that's so much,
Oh,
too.
that was-
That was yeah, boots and bottle.
And a salve for everything.
All right, we
This is a game.
We're-
This is
we're
one
in.
of those games.
We're back in.
yeah.
That courier snipe is huge. Ajit now has no mana. You know, Mushi's going to get his bottle. Demon's now here, realizes that Ajit has no mana to even drop a healing ward.
That was lane winning by
That
Jeremy.
was so lane winning. If he didn't get that snipe, this game would have been even harder than it already was for Fnatic.
Okay, and here comes that Boots Blightstone Bloodlusted Ogre. Did I say anything correct?
I think
Andy?
so.
Okay, thank you.
I think you're good. He got Fire Blast, though. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a little bit weird. Axe, in the meantime, going to deny himself to Roshan. Xnova is going to move in and check him. Wait,
And
oh, he got the
died.
kill!
He got Maldic, bro.
Oh, man.
He's going to show him how to deny himself to Roshan. There we go. That's how you get punched right there, Ohio. Take notes, bud.
Yeah, in the meantime, AU is going to come in and try and mess with this jungling Beastmaster. Should be kept back for the moment. But laning stage 4-0 start. It's to the tune of only a 500 net worth lead. It feels like Fnatic definitely have pulled themselves pretty well back into this.
I think a lot of it is
The courier kill.
Yeah, the courier kill, and obviously they're not doing too bad on lanes, all things considered. If they negated like the first minute of the game and they just went to their lanes like normal, they probably would be leading right now.
Yeah. Well, late game scenario, Storm is obviously pretty good answer to Tinker, but do you think that Warriors Gaming still are going to have like a nice timing in there where you can maybe push up towards high ground or something and mess with Fnatic?
I think it's more of what the Beastmaster do, especially in the next couple of minutes. If that first 2 roar goes on the mid lane and you get a successful kill on Mushi, that will slow him down. But speaking of that, Clap will come through. Looks like Ajit too low. No boots, no bottle because of the courier kill. Bottom lane.
AU, they're on top of him. Nana has laser rocket available. They're going to go for the wraparound. Is going to TP out of there, and yeah, with that, looks like Warriors Gaming will call off the charge.
Smart not to expend the mana there from Nana, realizing that there is no way they were going to get that kill. And he's still holding skill points too. I think some players would have actually skilled laser and rocket and potentially tried to get the kill.
Right.
But instead, he's going to go for the stable play. Now gets the double march going, and he's just going to be playing the standard Tinker game.
He's going to get like BOT in 7 minutes or something.
Yeah,
So
he's going to have it super fast.
That's all he has.
But the thing about it is that you kind of want bottle and soul ring and bots before you're actually starting to like be mobile on the map.
Right. I mean, just getting the extra movement speed right now ain't worse.
Well, Ohio is level 5 in the jungle at 5 minutes. They are going to run into Afu as Demon spots him out and just punches him a couple times in the face.
That stapler, man. Actually, what is that thing?
That looks
It's
like a big-
mace.
It's a Macarena.
Actually,
or
it's
what's
those
the
things
thing?
that you make cotton candy in. I don't know what they're actually called, but that's what it looks
Looks
like.
like an upside down bowling
Oh,
pin.
Omni
Well-
Slash.
God dang it.
All right, sorry. I'll take the blame for that one. I'm sorry. Let's be fair. Cotton candy's delicious.
It really is. Well, they find the kill in the mid lane, and that certainly is not going to help.
Oh, we're getting some Kala on the stream.
Okay. Well, Xnova, Kangaroo, they've got the roar. They want to find somebody. They are going to run into the Storm Spirit here, but the ward, yeah, they're not going to go for it.
I mean, I think at this point it's more just about establishing dominance on the map. Ohio's actually walking up high ground here. He's only level 5.
This would be a big call if he catches it. Kangaroo dodged, ducks, and he's going to walk away from that one.
Oh, Mushi's killing Nova as well.
Well, down there to the
They're
side.
both dead.
They find him. Kangaroo, Gonzo.
Oh, good thing that roar didn't fly out, by the way.
I think he
Yeah.
would have canceled it anyway. That's a 0% kill roar.
Yeah.
Well, suddenly,
By the way, is Rob hearing this? Like, we got some big lags on the stream.
Do we?
I'm seeing on the preview screen that... Okay. Okay. Alright.
we're fine, guys. Don't worry. We're good. Looks like there's a little bit of technical difficulties on our end, but
I think Rob hates you now, Lumi.
Rob is tilted. As well he should be. Put out a tweet that was like, if suddenly the stream dies, it's because Rob has killed us all in the evening.
All right, we got to smoke here, boys. The I didn't roar before I died smoke.
Well,
Generally a good play.
A very good play.
Yeah.
there's another one going on towards the bottom lane, but it looks like they will find the Warlock first. And, well, he should probably drop to this.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dead.
Roar, Stomp, follow it up. He's Gonzo. Demon, dead.
And the bottom lane in the meantime.
Oh, Nana. They're walking into
Oh,
him. They got
boy.
overpowered.
Oh,
Jump
boy.
forward. Called and chopped. Max gets the kill.
Yeah, there's no living through that one.
I wonder if it's better to now switch lanes to put Tinker back mid. Because he gets to shove out the lane and then access the 2 camps on the left and start farming. I think it's a little bit safer than the bot tier 1 tower where you could get dived pretty easily.
That's a fair point, actually.
Oh, here comes that Roche.
Yeah. Going in, Fnatic.
Well, it's
This
not-
should be free, I think. Yeah, should be free.
Oh, is Axe going to die to these neutral groups?
Oh, Ohio's, he's owning it.
He's kind of close. All right.
They're actually walking into there, but gonna be a bit too late. And well, the Roche comes out. They finally get it a couple minutes after they thought it to, but are they actually walking in here to try and take that AO? No.
I mean, if that was a Nana Witch Doctor, he was going in for sure.
Ajit goes in though.
Okay.
Blade Fury's forward. AU's
No mana.
somewhat low too. Mushi.
But he's got a Witch Doctor to back him up. Fu looks like he's going to be the sacrificial.
Yeah, he's sacrificing his life.
Oh?
Miss? Okay.
Still going down. But top lane, you
this
got
Beastmaster.
Kangaroo.
This is the play. Beastmaster pretty much just split pushes until he has book 3.
It's easy. And the
Or actually-
TPN, Nana's there. They're on
Lord?
top of him.
Okay, that rocket did literally no damage. Good old raindrops.
That definitely hurts Tinker's ability to help do damage in these early fights. But yeah, he's going to be able to keep this tier 1 tower a little
Uh-oh.
bit more alive.
Here comes the Angry Bear.
I mean, he has laser,
Whoa,
so
he
should be
has,
okay.
he has
Laser,
ult.
laser doesn't matter against Ursa.
Yeah,
No?
he could ult.
You enrage it off.
Oh, okay.
So basically the only way that he would live is if Raven preemptively enraged, and then he got lasered after that.
Look at him go.
Dude, he wants it so bad. Like Bloodlust phase Ursa. Does he have Windlace? Yeah, he does. He's super fast.
412 movement speed.
So I've been seeing a lot of different Ursa builds, watching like different regions and different teams playing it. The Chinese generally go for Mask of Madness first. I think the Thai, the sig.trust team, they put 2 points in Earthshock, goes for a Blink first. Seems like we're going to get the most standard build, which is the Mask of Death into just a naked Blink, and then back to whatever you need to get.
That's like the factory standard build, right?
Yeah.
That's like you get an Ursa pick and you just get those items most of the time. But I think it makes sense when you have another hero that has Blink. So like the synergy of having that initiation gets stronger when there's a second hero on the team that has the same initiation power as you. Because then you blink in and you just like slap, 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 dunk, dead.
Like a Mushi.
Yeah.
Oh, they're looking for X Nova here. Mushi's still pretty high on the mana, but turns it back around. Stomp is there as
Oh.
well. Gonna catch him. Oh, does he actually go down here? They get the laser also.
He's dead to Maledict, right?
I don't think he needs
Is
to
it
take
level
that
2?
damage.
One more. Let's try to bottle through it.
It's only level 2.
Still dropping low. Not dead yet, though. 70 HP.
Spirit?
Second
Soul
Spirit?
Rings. Stomp. Mushi. They get the kill. How? Okay.
Got
Oh,
him.
they took him down.
That's a pretty big deal. Like this early, taking Aegis in a storm.
Yeah, losing it like that. I think if Raven had the Blink, they probably would have given it to him instead. But I guess they assume that the best way to abuse an Aegis is a Storm because he has the better mobility at this stage in the game. I mean, he was trying to do something with it, it just didn't quite work out the way he wanted.
This is the strength now with Beastmaster and Tinker. You just lay down the March of the Machines and go to town with that Inner Beast Aura. And soon to have Necrobook as well. But the wraparound is coming.
It's a Blink Dagger too on Ohio. Oh god, that poor Witch Doctor, he's gonna get
I think that's fine
slammed.
for WG, right?
Oh,
If he
he's gonna
tanks the
break the smoke.
Yeah.
He's gonna break it, yeah.
They get vision.
Oh, Call is going to be there a little bit late, and now, well, Axe, they drop the Warlock ulti onto 2. Kangaroo, turn it around. Earthsplitter going to connect onto them as
no.
well. Not sure if it's enough damage, though. Tinker is still there laying down the March of the Machines, but on top of him is Ajit dropping low. Is he going to die? On 30 HP, survives.
The laser!
Oh my god, huge plays.
He lasered a mid-auto attack. Oh my god, he should be dead right now.
Well, Ursa's always in a mid auto attack when he's
overpowered,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
But that was some close stuff. Man, that was such a lucky positioning for the Witch Doctor, breaking the smoke, giving them that initial.
I mean, that wasn't luck, dude. That was all skill.
Okay.
He intentionally ran down there and stood behind the trees because he
What a
had a
player.
ward.
Yeah.
He had the ward, so
Okay.
it makes sense.
I mean, sure.
X Nova.
Dude, he's just... That's a real support player. That ain't no Lumi first pick bounty support, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
I
my
got no
goodness.
comeback, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
I mean, that's why we don't work together anymore. I just get abused in this relationship.
Our Dota play is drifted too far apart.
I think that's what happens whenever you're a support and a carry and you play together a long time, though.
Dude,
No,
I never...
Andy doesn't play with me.
I never yelled at Lumi except for one game where he bought Midas Octarine on Void. That was the only game I ever actually yelled at him.
Look, if my cores actually did damage, that was the.
You were the core. You were safe lane.
I just needed I just needed an 80-minute game for that build to work.
All right.
Well,
Moving on.
the pressure bottom is going to come back again. But another two-person smoke here. You know, you got Ajit and X-Nova. They are going to see if they can find somebody. I mean, is this a kill onto pretty much whoever they find?
I mean, with the word, yeah, it should be.
Is he level 11 for the Omni Slash? Or?
Yeah, he is. He's
Okay.
level 11.
Which, by the way, a lot of times I don't like Juggernaut going for drums, but I think this is one of the few games that it really justifies it. You need to take the fight to Fnatic, or Fnatic rather will take the fight to you. So you better have items to be ready.
Oh, if they find Raven right now, if they
I
spot
mean,
him...
he could ult during the Omni, so...
This is actually the hardest hero to kill for them.
Yeah.
So I don't think they want to do that. I mean, the tower is a safer play. They got book 1 out too, so there's no reason to go for any crazy stuff.
Oh,
especially
X-Nova doesn't hit the Maledict, but going to drop the ulti nonetheless, trying to bring him low, but not there.
If he hit the Maledict, maybe not.
I think it's only level 2 still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only level 2.
Well, a bit of an odd game, but it does feel like Warriors Gaming are taking down all these towers and putting themselves in good position as the jump forward for the Witch Doctor. They find the kill. And Demon also left alone. The rest of his team is gone. He's going to try and TP out, but Omni Slash used, and he's dead.
That was a man Omni. It looked like he could have maybe made it out too.
That was calculated, dude.
Okay.
He knew.
He had those like calculus symbols behind his head as
Yeah,
he's going in.
Some Goodwill Hunting shit going on in his head when he did that.
How do you like them apples? That's the line, right?
I actually got the
think so.
reference.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a very long time, actually.
It's not your fault that you haven't seen it. Do you get that one?
When he's crying and be like, "It's not your fault. Dude. It's not your fault."
Well, bottom lane, Mushi again getting ready to push down this tower with Ohio here. If anybody shows up, it's like, again, instant death.
Well, the Tinker has Blink, so he can
Okay.
shift Q the Blink. Maybe he'd be alright.
I don't know if you want to do it even with the storm.
They're actually
against the storm.
They're smoked up as 4. A lot of pings.
Okay, they're coming in. They found Ohio first.
Roar down. Well, Razor is also going to go out. Laser dropped. Ohio's dead. And also Coconut's starting to bounce around. They drop the Witch Doctor ulti. AU gone.
Okay.
Tower defended. Oh, never mind. It wasn't defended. It's dead. But Hero's killed.
There you go.
I mean, having a Tinker and having all your tier 1s alive at 15 minutes and only losing that one just now, that's like... That's pretty much the dream for Warriors Gaming.
So what about the Storm late game, though? Like, I always hear is Storm just this, you know, indomitable force against the Tinker who just, you know, dismantles him. Is that really the case in this type
I mean,
of
he
game?
is one of the hardest counters to Tinker, it's true. But if you're playing a Storm from behind against Tinker, it's not always the case. Mainly you want, like, Orchid and Bloodstone. Those are the two things. And if you do manage to get to Shivas, it's nice because you can use it to scout him when you're balling into the trees, because most of the time that's where the Tinker's going to be. He's not going to be standing in lane. He's going to be like blinking into patches of trees to try to hide.
Right.
If you can get that core set of items and the Tinker's not like massively far ahead of you, then yeah, the Storm is going to wreck him.
Well, minutes to get vision. Looks like Taunt's gonna hit, but the clap might be there as well. The rock though, canceling the clap, and now they're gonna get one. The clap still coming through.
Oh, so close.
Well, the Earth Splitter goes onto Ohio, catches him there, but Ana does pop out the laser onto Mushi. He's running through the March of the Machines as well. Raven and Ohio still in the jungle, but they can blink out of here in just a couple of seconds if they don't want to stick around. Yeah, nice blink away. Looks like Ursa and everybody else will get away with murder. Juggernaut going down.
Yeah, so the interaction between Storm and Tinker that Andy was talking about earlier, I think Beastmaster makes it more complicated for the Storm. Like, he might need to consider getting a Lincoln somewhere down the line, even before finishing that Shivas. So he doesn't succumb to, you know, a random roar, he just dies. So it's gonna be a tough Storm game, in my opinion, for Mushi.
Well, it's always hard when you're the one who has to do the majority of the heavy lifting. That's a stressful situation for a Storm to be in, because you're always committing a lot of mana to getting kills, because you have to go for core kills in this game. Like, killing a Witch Doctor or killing an ET is always going to be nice, but ideally you want to be taking out, you know, Nana. He's probably priority #1 at this stage in the game, because he's not farmed enough yet to be able to, you know, get himself out of those sticky situations. So if you find him, it's pretty much always going to be a kill.
Actually, I was just saying, you know, Beastmasters are, I guess, what you're scared about, but
He's a trump card, yeah. But the other part of it, too, is you're not always going to have the Beastmaster sitting behind the Tinker when he's TPing to lanes.
No, the other thing that he needs to worry about is also the Outer Titan. Once you get the Yules on him, you could get a good enough combo where you Yules into a Stomp.
Yeah.
And that also is a Storm Killer. So Mushi, lots of things to worry about, lots of things on his shoulder. Can he lift his team?
That's a tough one. And again, like, I haven't seen a ton of Mushi Storm Spirit before. Not to say, obviously, that he's never played it, or, you know, I'm sure he's played it a ton, but there's that level of comfort, particularly through these qualifiers if you haven't played it a lot, where you run into a bit of it's a hard, like, yeah, there's intricacies with those heroes about, you know, mana movement and all the nerfs that's gotten over the years.
I mean, if this is Old Storm, this
Yeah.
game would be over already. That's how crazy that hero was.
Yeah. Well, Book 3 is done for the Necro, or for the Beastmaster. It's getting late here, guys.
This is the first series, man.
I mean, technically, we weren't supposed to have a series right now, I don't think,
That's
right?
true.
Because this is the one that was supposed to be played yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, and Ursa's going back for, I'm assuming that this is going to be the Basher.
Might need to like go
Yep.
early MKB.
So
I know this is not MKB, but
Nah, you don't need MKB early, I think. Because you have Enrage. That's the whole point.
I guess maybe BKB is better if you're just worried
BKB
more.
Abyssal is definitely better. Yeah. Because the heroes on WG aren't innately tanky. It's just that they have lockdown and the ability to kite.
Right.
You know, that's where their strength comes from. So yeah, it is just going to be the Basher.
Actually, maybe Axe is better than BKB, right? Because you're still gonna get roared.
That's
yeah,
the thing.
but
Axe lets you break through it.
the downside is that if you go for Aghanims,
They'll just layer the disables.
well, they could layer the disables, and they could also just, you know, you get marched, like 2 marches, and your enrage wears off, and you just die running out of the fight. Like,
Yeah.
BKB just stops all that kind
I
of
think
stuff
what we're
from
trying to
happening.
get at is it's a tough Ursa game as well.
Every game is a tough Ursa game.
That's why I don't understand why teams like pick him.
Stunned into the sleep.
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to go for this, but the Earth Splitter is going to connect on the Raven. And just dodged. Kangaroo jumped in. He's actually left alone now. Mushi is on top of him. They drop the golems as well onto Afu, and the Tinker still running through the march. Ohio's taking so much damage from that, and he is going to die. The Witch Doctor ulti. Afu's still alive. That natural order doing a lot in
still
this
got
fight,
Omni.
but he is going to go down. Ajit turns around, tries to bring him down, takes down one. AU going to fall as well, and Ajit needs to run away from here before he ends up dropping. Voodoo Restoration doing a decent amount.
The Spirit's gonna find Demon, and he's gonna get clapped. That's gonna be another kill for the team. Casket not bouncing, but they don't really need it.
Oh, that
Big crit here for Ajit, and how low is Roche? Can
Pretty
Radiant?
low.
Yeah, Radiant could just go back in. They still got the healing
They
ward.
have buyback on Ohio, but I don't think Mushi has enough mana to fight. He needs to run back to base and TP if they're going to do this. Yeah, they think they just lost Roche.
This is really starting to feel like Warriors Gaming are on a roll, and I mean Fnatic, a team that, you know, was people were thinking was going to get the direct invite to the major, is now, I mean, not yet, but coming closer to getting knocked out of this.
I mean, that fight was just unfortunate. When they first went in, it seemed like they were going to do really well because they managed to take out Kangaroo relatively early. And then what happened was Raven got his Enrage baited by the Jug because he was going into Omni, but he cancel cast a spell. So he enrages and then walks away. And then like 10 seconds later, he comes back into the team fight when Omni's still up, but he doesn't have his Enrage. So he just gets hit by like 2 or 3 Omni Slash hits and then just explodes. And Nana's positioning along with the Witch Doctor was also spectacular.
Oh, they get Storm here. AU sees him a little bit. Roar's gonna fly out here. Clap's gonna follow through in a Storm, and he is dead.
Oh my goodness, I thought that they might have spotted him, but AU now turned upon as well. He's going to end up dropping, I believe. Well, Rocket goes out, the Blade Fury forward. Yeah, AU's gone. No way to follow it up. Ursa can't do anything. And man, it's like one of those moments where you're like falling backwards and it feels like Warriors Gaming are just pushing Fnatic in the chest.
I think it's more like
down.
Fnatic or a turtle right now on their back. I think that's a more apt description. The problem is they just, you know, Mushi doesn't have enough. Like, he only has Bloodstone at 22 minutes, you know. 2 or 3 minutes from now, the average, like, Bloodstone Orchid timing that you want, he should just have his whole Orchid in the next, you know, 3 minutes, which obviously isn't going to happen. And that's what allows you to kill the Tinker. That's what allows you to have that impact in the game. But Nana goes for preemptive Yules to ensure that even if there is an Orchid on Mushi, he'll always be able to get himself out.
Yeah, I mean, the Yules being refreshed against an Ursa, good luck. Like,
Yeah.
you're just in there the whole time.
Ooh. And again, Kangaroo spotting this out. Roar going to be off cooldown again. Actually, they didn't break the smoke yet, so he just spots Mushi.
They have a sentry. Okay.
Well, the Dire scan saw them, so Mushi's going in.
Fnatic is there. They dropped the Earth Splitter
Yours
as well.
stunned.
Onto him.
The
Ohio
call.
taking some damage.
Oh,
the rock
no.
is dropped, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Raven is on top of the Tinker, so they find the kill onto him. Witch Doctor ulti still going, but he's gone in 3 swipes. AU is getting chased down, but Ajit actually needs to get out of here.
All right.
Omni Slash is going to be available when he comes back from the Aegis.
There's a stomp.
Lining it up.
Okay. Ajit just gonna run away. Here comes the Ursa again, but the boars are controlling him.
Yeah.
Nice Yules.
He doesn't have Enrage for 20.
Okay, it looks like it's at the
Should
end of
be
it.
it. Actually, no. They're gonna go
They
for a
got
little
Blink.
bit more. Yeah.
They're still running out of there.
How
Oh.
did they get the Tinker? Was he the first one to get
He
jumped?
got jumped on by Raven.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
out of position and got bashed,
Okay.
so he just got swiped to death. That was a really good fight from Fnatic, though. When Mushi got roared at the beginning, it looked really bad. In reality, it ended up being the reason why Nana got caught, because he goes in to throw spells on Mushi to make sure that he dies, which in turn opens up a chance for Raven to spot him. He blinks in, gets a lucky bash, kills the Tinker, and that's pretty much what allowed the fight to go favorably for Fnatic, because the Tinker actually does more in the fight right now for WG than what Mushi does for Fnatic.
I feel like despite winning that engagement pretty handily, I think like Storm had to live that fight to really feel the effects, right? Because he now is losing Bloodstone charges again.
Yeah.
And Ajit even died a second time, so it was just an Aegis kill. And I think WG is right back in it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a big part of it, too, is the vision advantage that they have. Like, the Spirit in combination with the Hawk, like, that kill that happens mid on the Storm Spirit here, I don't think that they find, like, I don't think that Fnatic lose that if they had vision in that area. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but, like, the nighttime gank that came about from them and, good use of scans, it feels like Warriors Gaming are making really good use of the vision.
I mean, that's the whole reason why you want the Beastmaster in the first place when you have Tinker. The heroes are, like, phenomenal synergy
They're just going high ground.
Yeah. No rock for a while, so
Do they have TPs? They have a couple of them on cooldown. Warlock doesn't have his for another 10 seconds. And they're going to TP in Nana. They're getting set up on the low ground.
This is a really hard fight to engage into.
yeah. Look at the march.
Oh my god. Well, jump forward from Mushi. But, wow. The tier 3's just gone.
I mean, this is one of the problems that you run into against Tinker when you have so much melee. And by so much, I mean like 3 melee who have to really go in and be on the front line, is March just destroys you. Because you have to commit to the fight super hard, and you're running through this, double March, sometimes even triple March when it gets later into the game. And you just can't sustain. Because you get your target kill maybe, but on the retreat is when you actually start losing heroes.
It's not just the melee too, and being the support player, I say this from first-hand experience, when your cores run in, as a support you kind of have to follow, at least to a certain degree. You're also running through the march because the AoE is so big, so...
Then you have to rely on, like, the march gets eaten if you get hit.
it's
So you
just
gotta, like,
not great.
stand behind the core.
You're trying to do Tetris, like, in the middle of team fight, which is pretty hard stuff.
What do you think that Raven is going for here with the Staff of Wizard? He's going back for the Ags. All right.
Yeah. I mean, Aghanims is a good choice. I still think BKB is maybe slightly better.
I think he just wants both.
I mean, yeah, you want
Yeah.
both, of course,
Yeah.
but I think that the BKB is a cheaper option, and it's also a more stable option. I guess the price doesn't really matter, though. It's like, what, 200 and some odd gold difference?
Well, they jumped forward again and roared up. Mushi
Oh,
gonna get
God.
brought down. And it just can't happen.
That's a 4-charge Bloodstone. That's just painful.
They have the tools to deal with them, and they have the tools to deal with the Ursa. Like, everything's just there. And in the middle of the team fights, again, like, Yule's Scepter, even from the Tinker, is just going to cause so much trouble for Raven.
Basically, they need, like, a lucky bash on Ursa on the Tinker as they're going on him. They
He has
need
a
rock.
Ghost and a Yules.
Right,
Yeah.
they need
There's-
rock. They need rock and bash, right? Just basically to control the Tinker. But that's just luck dependent. I don't know if they're gonna find that.
Oh, and Nana there on top of him, starting to lay out the march. That's all they need from him at this point. Range barracks is gone.
Dude, the Ogre's just dying.
This is, oh my god, they're going to lose a lane of barracks. Fnatic are already losing their entire base and keep on throwing it out.
The Tinker's out of mana, they have to pack.
They're jumping forward from Mushi to kill off the Necro books, but
Yeah, they need the book to be able to do that, though. Or maybe they just need the Tinker back, we'll see. If Ajit's feeling comfortable enough to walk high ground, I guess he does have Manta. Yeah, he can probably do it.
Nana's there. They're going forward. March the machines.
Tinker Wings on CD right now because of the Ignite. But yeah, they kind of disengage for a while. Heals.
I mean, they can do this almost indefinitely. They're not putting anyone at risk. And because of the Hawk vision as well, I guess they got the one in the base. But
Yeah, Fnatic needs to smoke and go around, but look at the Hawk positioning. They're already
Yeah.
preparing for that.
Yeah, they're pinging it out though. I think they might have spotted something over there. The other thing too is like, honestly, Afu in this instance also just being a great counter initiation force with the ET. Like he's great at taking high ground as well.
yeah, it's getting to make or break territory here.
And Necrobooks out again.
Their ward just died too.
AU taking some damage. They're throwing out the march. Mushi is brought down to half HP with that one. And, well, Nana's just over there to the side. They take it down, and now they should be able to get out.
Man, Fnatic, they need to go for a wraparound. They cannot fight head on. Like, they need to catch something on the back line. It can be a support, it can be Peacemaster, like anyone, honestly, at this point is good. They just need to kill a hero to force WG back. If they try to go head on and just sit inside of their base like that and let Nana continually spam marches, they're never going to be able to fight like that. They have to get outside of their base and make something happen on the map. I mean, Ohio has, what, a 10-second BKB?
Yeah, I think they're actually hoping that they get time to get the Ursa Axe finished before that the committal of the fight.
Oh my god, he's got E-Blade.
Oh, jeez.
This is going to be a nightmare for Ursa.
All right, well, they do have Kangaroo on the high ground scouting out Raven right now. They see the entire Fnatic team, and, well, they're going to zip forward to pick up a regen rune for Mushi. But, I don't know, it just feels like Warriors Gaming are all over him.
They really are. I mean, you got to hand it to them. They've played a very methodical game.
Yeah.
What a difference in terms of playstyle.
Oh,
Missing the call.
Nice
Remember game 2, you guys just calling Nana crazy, right? This game, he's just playing the complete 180.
Yeah.
Just being super safe.
I mean, we were saying it kind of half-jokingly.
Right. But he is very aggressive in that game too, right? On the Storm. But this time, not really getting caught too much. And
he played the way he needed to in that game, too.
Yeah.
With the Naga Siren. Like, the Naga Siren was the person that was there to be, like, sort of that steadying force, keeping the lanes pressured out, which allowed Nana to play very aggressively. And in this game, like, they need him to be that steadying force and then have the Beastmaster there to hit the towers, the Necrobooks.
I mean, I guess the 10-second BKB on Ohio and Mushi having the Orchid is going to be the go here for Fnatic. And, well, could be a bloodbath coming here.
Let's see if they can take the Tier 1 tower. They got Warlock ulti as well.
Oh, that's a pretty good rune.
Yeah.
man, this Elder Titan pick has been such a thorn on this side. You know, with Storm and Ursa, you just want to get in, but
It's actually owning them.
Yeah. Well, and this is, I mean, again, it's the way they play around it very well.
The thing is, as Axe, you really want to jump in, and the Storm wants to jump in with the Axe. And Elder Titan just makes that, like, impossible.
it's like, sure, I invite you to come in.
Are they going for the wraparound?
They have Blink Roar, so they could, I mean, all they need is one.
Oh my god.
This is the high ground advantage as well, if they stay up here.
Are they going to run into AU? All right, they break the smoke. They realize where they're coming from. AU is there. He doesn't realize it?
No. I think that they knew that they were smoked, but they were sending AU up the cliff because he's the best target for them to go on in that scenario. Because Jimmy needs to be able to rock. And if Jimmy goes up the hill and dies, then you're down a chaotic offering. And all the other heroes are pretty much cores. So it's the best person to send up to break the smoke. Because typically what you do when you smoke like that is you stay on the high ground. Because it means that even if your smoke breaks, if the enemy team doesn't have wards, which there are none, that you would know for sure what kind of fight you're getting into because you have high ground advantage. But the other team wouldn't know how many heroes are up there. So sending the Ogre is like the safest bet.
Look at the disparity in vision here just between these two teams. Like, they see everything, and now they're going in to take down Roshan. And it's going to drop really quickly. You put this on the Tinker, right? Or
I think you might.
Jug.
You put it on the Jug, yeah, because the Jug has to walk high ground.
Okay.
And I don't think they're actually very scared of the Storm when you have E-Blade duels on Tinker. Like, how is Mushi going to kill Nana?
Yeah.
How is he going to kill anyone?
I don't know.
Whoever he jumps just gets E-Bladed, right?
Yeah. Well, and Witch Doctor has his own Ghost Scepter now, too. Like,
I mean, Nana's even getting close to his next item. It could be Hex, could be Aghanims. Doesn't really matter. It's just whatever he feels is good. Hex, I think, might be the item.
All right, smoke forward. Now they jump onto one. It is going to be onto the Juggernaut, but BKB already popped, trying to find Ahu on the back lane. They found the Tinker and is going to get for the E-Blade, keeping himself alive. Omni Slash onto Ohio. He's gone. Eul Scepter lift up for Mushi. They do drop the rock, but doesn't look like it's nearly enough damage. Ursa was able to kill off the Witch Doctor on the backline, but now Eul Scepter lift up. Afu looking for the catch. Is he going to find it? He does. And now the follow forward with the roar. He's out of there. 3 dead from Fnatic.
Playing Ursa against Beastmaster Tinker has got to be like the worst stuff you can do.
And Warriors Gaming Unity trying to punch their way to a ticket for a fight for Boston. I think that they might have just knocked Fnatic out of the qualifiers.
Yeah, there's no buyback on the Ursa. They're going to get another set of racks for sure, and there's no tier 2 top, so...
I mean, Jug still has Aegis. They're not even done here. They're going to continue and go off for more. Okay. Storm is going to try to do what he can, but with his pitiful mana pool, not really sure what he can do. The March is going to come out. Healing Ward just got mowed down, but the Raxes are soon to follow.
They actually didn't even get to melee Rex, man. All the creeps died. So they're going to get the tier 3 here.
Okay, are they going to go back
Axes
mid?
up, misses the call. Yeah, they're going to go back mid, I think.
Oh, E-Blade
Okay,
combo.
the mech comes out.
Pull him back in. Tinker still alive. Eul Scepter's off the Battle Hunger. Ohio's still chasing. Wants to get the call. It's going to connect. Tinker is chasing him, and the clap is going to go forward. But Mushi, still in the midst of all of this, is going to try and get away. They've still got eyes on the barracks, though. They're spending all this time on the Tinker, but...
Got the dunk.
Okay.
Down.
Jug still has Aegis.
In the meantime, Healing Ward's down, and Tinker's now
He
back
just
in the
doesn't
fight.
care.
Oh my god, Ohio doesn't catch anything with that call. A second one, though, is going to be pretty good. Has 2 of them out in there, but my god, the damage from Nana is so much, and the Earth Splitter goes through. AU trying to get out of there. Oh my god, they're going to run him down as well. Kangaroo, they have the Fatal Bonds onto him. The buyback from the Storm, that might be enough to turn this back into their favor.
Ajit super low. Maybe they could kill him. No, they're going to go for the Tinker first. Tinker,
That's
that's
a
a dieback.
dieback.
Yeah, maybe they could actually hold the base. Ajit, though,
Omni.
Slash going to go for Ogre.
Get the Rex!
He does, and looks like Ajit will die, but he does have the Aegis. The
Oh
question
my
is,
God.
can they kill him with the Aegis? They have the Axe back.
If he's
They
just
could
going to
call
go
him.
for the Rex, right? Does he suicide for... Oh, no, he's going to run. Okay.
Alright.
Where's the Axe? Where's the call?
It's not Mega Creeps.
Bought back for this.
He's going to send those
Did he not
illusions
have a
back to
TP?
Blanket.
He didn't have a TP.
Oh.
I thought he was going to actually go for the range racks. I suppose it's kind of dangerous. Well, actually, it's not that
I
dangerous.
mean, he
'cause
doesn't need to.
They have tier 1s. But I mean, if he gets that, it's Megas, right? I think if he had spin, he might have tried to kill that. But he didn't have spin when he came up with the Aegis, so too hard to kill.
It's still so many buybacks that it's barely like any gold back in their pockets.
Yeah.
The big thing is that Tinker doesn't have buyback, but he's going to be back up and online in 40 seconds. So 25,000 net worth lead, right around 10,000 experience. Is this a lineup from Fnatic that can handle Mega Creeps, or if they take that last barracks?
No, not really.
No, they cannot handle Mega Creeps.
I mean, they don't have really great wave clear in general. It's pretty much Axe and Storm. That's the majority of your damage output. It's looking really rough for Fnatic right now. Looking like we might see a team go home.
Well, a really rough one indeed for all the Fnatic fans out there, and obviously for the team as well. It's backs up against the wall. We'll see if they can make it happen, but at this point, it's really going to take a miracle.
This is on the Mineski team.
Come on, bro. The low-hanging fruit. Thought you were better than this. You know that thing that people have in their mind where it like stops them from saying certain things? Lumi doesn't have that.
Neither does Jackie, so...
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah.
Well, AU, the Fire Blast is there. They jump onto him. Rock is dropped only onto one hero, but still okay. And now
they're
Maledict. Oh, God. Witch Doctor Ultimate's there. They're taking him down,
Jules.
but in the front line,
There goes the Rax, by the way.
Juggernaut is going to turn back around. Omni Slash onto everybody. Muchi is gone. Demon is probably going to drop as well, as Ajit has no chill. Maybe going to take down AU here as well. Tinker is in the midst of all of them. Oh my god, triple for the Jug. He's looking for the Rampage. He wants it.
GG.
Ultra's there. And GG gets called. Warriors Gaming Unity knock out Fnatic in the lower bracket first round.
Man, Fnatic were looking a lot better during the group stages, I gotta say. I mean, I don't know if this game... To me, it kind of was the draft. I think the Tinker actually like crippled what they could do, along with what Lumi was saying, the Elder Titan. Like, playing Ursa against those heroes has got to just be awful. Like, Laser, Stomp, March of the Machines. You can't really reliably stick on anybody until you have, like, a full Abyssal Blade completed. I'm wondering if BKB instead of Aghanims would have made much of a difference, but I guess by that point in the game, they were already pretty far behind. But yeah, Warriors Gaming, man. They continue to show some different styles of play than the run-at-you stuff that we're used to seeing.
I know one person's happy. Roland in there is like already yelling. He's a huge fan of these guys, but God, you really got to feel for that Fnatic team. I mean, you know, obviously a ton of experience throughout the last year. All of the players on it being involved in TI in some form or fashion, and now to get knocked out in the qualifiers for it in the C region. But you know, somebody has to go home, and Warriors Gaming Unity, maybe they're going to be the next big sensation. How do you guys feel about this team going forward? Do you think they can make it to the major?
I mean, they definitely have the individual skill. I feel like that's something they definitely have. And their draft this series was great. Like, I didn't see any huge flaws in it. And it's a region that's a little bit, I think, excluded from the rest of the world when it comes to being able to actually play against other teams, right? From like EU and NA and all the other regions. So if they can get like that LAN experience and grow, then yeah, I absolutely think they can be a threat.
Here's the thing, though. They have to face the loser of the next match, which is Faceless versus Mineski. Don't think they're going to be Faceless. I'm not even sure if
Faceless haven't even lost a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think they could beat Mineski either, seeing the way that they play
I
yesterday.
think they could beat Mineski.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I think a lot of people expect Faceless to
win.
the match, and we might get that matchup. But we'll leave that for the next panel here because we are switching up some people here.
Yeah.
And we're going to get Faceless Mineski. I think that is going to be a very, very hype match coming up next.
Absolutely. Everybody stay tuned. Faceless versus Mineski, and the loser of that one going to face off against Warriors Gaming Unity. The winner of that one goes on to the Boston Major. Stick around, everybody.